Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm going.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Game Mode. We are back with more Shantae. Devon's going to take another stab at the Steel Maggot. Patent pending.
Yes.
Speaking of patent pending, I spent the last two episodes talking about the Nintendo NX, and I'm not going to stop now. So we were talking last time about whether we think it'll have a gamepad again.
Fuck.
And one of the interesting things about that is the initial rumors or guesses was that it wasn't. And then that it was, and then it wasn't, and then it was this weird patent that they filed that doesn't really make any sense. And now, the most recent rumor since the actual development kits went out is that the NX could be a home console as well as a handheld console, as in a replacement for the 3DS and the Wii U.
Yeah,
But in that case, it would need its own fucking screen. There's no way in that scenario that it does not have a screen built into it.
Yeah.
So that would that would obviously support the idea of a gamepad. I also think it's a good idea. Why the fuck not? Why couldn't the... it's kind of big. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a really neat idea to me. I've seen people essentially use the Wii U as a portable gamepad.
Yeah.
Or as a portable gaming system. I've seen people use it in their cars or on trains or on, I think in an extreme circumstance, a plane. Because again, you don't need a TV. So it is, in a sense, already something of a mobile system. The other console.
Yeah.
The idea that they could put just a cartridge slot and its own OS in the tablet is by no means beyond reasonable.
Yeah.
In the same way that there's now there's computers that or laptops mainly, although there's desktop monitors as well. They're really cool that when you dock them to the base, they become connected either to the laptop base or the desktop computer. And these can be actually as big as like 20-inch monitors, although there's smaller ones as well, obviously. And once you can detach them from that, and it'll run its own separate, usually Android operating system.
Yeah.
So this one device is capable of doing both. It's not a concept that's unheard of at this point. It already exists. An average iPad or Samsung tablet is thinner and more powerful than that's a good trick. That saved you from taking that 2 damage you take on the fall a lot. Yeah, an iPad or a Samsung Galaxy tablet is thinner and more powerful than a gamepad
Or something.
But a lot of that comes from the fact that but it's also significantly more expensive, which makes it not as viable as an accessory to a system. But a lot of that extra cost is coming from the fact that they are very high resolution and screens and very powerful components. But then the whole if that is the case, I would not expect the portable version of the NX to be running at the capacity of a home console.
Yeah.
Just like the 3DS doesn't run at the capacity of a home console. It's not going to be 1080p. I don't think it'll be a 1080p screen, and I don't think it'll be capable of running 1080p. Although if it would, that would be fucking amazing.
Yeah. All right.
I guess it totally depends. The Wii U is cheap by comparison. And both the Xbox One and the PS4 had significantly higher launch prices.
Fuck. Yeah.
And like, they're. I would buy that. I would spend as much money or more for a combo system as I would for a system.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was one of the arguments.
I paid $280 for a new 3DS, and I paid $400 for an Xbox One.
Well, I mean, it's something that people had said even with this one here, like, especially where you can use the 3DS controller as a controller in multiple Wii U games.
Yeah.
Why the hell not? Like, sell it with it. There's enough games that support, and it's just getting more of your hardware out there. All right.
Yeah, I guess that would be the way to do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be not to build the thing as both. It would be to build a system and a handheld and bundle the handheld as a controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that actually makes a lot more sense when you say it like that.
Yeah.
My brain absolutely did not picture it that way, but that makes so much more sense and sounds completely viable. And from the there's the price standpoint. But that logic absolutely follows.
Yeah.
And I could totally see that. I don't, like, do people care a lot about the 3D and the 3DS? I hear way more people say how it gives them headaches and makes them feel sick and how they never ever turn it on than people talk about actually using it.
Honestly, the only complaint that I had when I was borrowing yours was battery life.
Yeah, that's true. It also decimates battery life. That, however, is with the new 3DS, which uses eye tracking technology to give significantly better 3D. And I have used it more with the new 3DS than I did when I had just a 3DS. And again, it depends on the game. Things like Smash 4 for 3DS,
Yeah.
I don't use it just because I take that game way too seriously, and it just gets in the way. Other games like Shin Megami Tensei 5, that game looks fucking gorgeous in 3D. Just really, really good. Nice.
Thank you.
So it kind of depends. Even when I was playing recently, I got, speaking of games I'm way too into. We recently both got Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, not 4 Ultimate because there's no Wii U version yet, and we wanted to play together. So we got 3 Ultimate, and in that game, I found playing with the 3D actually helps give me depth perception and helps me keep track of where I am relative to what I'm fighting. And actually, nice. Second try. That's like
Third
really
try,
good.
technically.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
Was it third try?
It was technically the third try. It's the one in the first video, this one here, but I was basically one hit away from it each time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, like generally I don't care too much for the 3D, but in very specific situations, I do. I personally would not give a shit if the next version did not have 3D.
Yeah.
I would have bought a 2DS if it didn't look like a fucking piece of garbage.
They gimped it in so many other ways.
Yeah. I wanted the C-Stick. I wanted the NFC support.
Yeah.
Was more of the reasons why I bought the
Yeah.
new 3DS.
Yeah.
The NFC support especially, because at that point there wasn't a neat little dongle that you could have. And also, I don't know. Mostly that. And I'm fucking obsessed with Amiibos.
Yeah.
I have a lot of obsession. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I'll Pirate Flare back. I can't remember what
Cool.
I missed in this area, but
Fuck it. How about that? So yeah, that I wouldn't care if they did actually do something like that, and the 3D in that was no longer a viable option, which I would think that there's a good chance it wouldn't be.
yeah.
I would also think that I also doubt it would have 2 screens. If they did something, yeah.
No, I don't think they'd be. I think they'd still have 2 screens. I do.
Do you?
I do not see a reason for them to ditch it. Every single one of their things right now is based on 2 screens.
But that's like 3 screens then.
Well, sorry. So like, so they have like a gamepad, right?
Yeah.
And then they release and they let you use the DS as a as a controller
Yeah.
and have that bundled in. All right?
Yeah.
Like, that's... I don't see that
Yeah, I
being any
guess.
different.
Yeah, and I guess even now when I use the 3DS when we play Smash, both screens work with the system. Like, one has the, like, our damage and shit, and one has the actual fight.
Yeah.
Like, again, it's not unreasonable, but it would be a little bit surprising to me. If my prediction would be that it would look, if they did something like that, it would look closer to a Wii U gamepad than it would to a 3DS.
Yeah.
That'd be neat. Like, I don't know. Like, this is obviously coming direct from people who have gotten development kits, so it's possibly fairly reliable information.
Yeah.
The Verge reported new console will feature a home unit, but with a mobile unit that can either be used with the console or taken away and used separately. It's really interesting.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're now at the point where I'm going to be doing grinding.
Are we?
Yeah. We're on the last island where...
How do you know? Like, what happens as...
Well, when I was on the map, it didn't have any hearts or squids on it.
And there's no like new island to go to?
Well, there was, but it didn't have any hearts or anything on it. Like, I'll show you.
Yeah, I would like to see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, get wrecked. Yeah, more... I'm just looking at more rumors now. More rumors say 2016, which is what I had guessed in a previous one of these last couple of videos.
See?
So just do it.
Well, but we need to have
Do
all
it.
of the... We need to have all
Do
of
it.
the bats to get the true ending.
Just do it!
When I go... I'm going exploring.
Okay, so we
now.
need... Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So allegedly, Devin thinks we need to get all the collectibles to get the true ending. So guess what we're doing? It's grind time.
Oh shit, I forgot to hold the button.
That's interesting. The Wii U is at about 10 million units sold. And... Wow.
Yeah, called it.
We called that in like the first episode that
Oh,
we'd
yeah.
find a way to get across there. See if the last heart squid is here. It has to be, right? Because we've been like everywhere else on this fucking island.
Yeah?
I really fucking hope it is.
No, I think there was one that I couldn't get to, like, because I needed to get higher for. Wasn't
Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe. Alright, well, go find it. You're here anyway.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to just check off islands at a time.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Wii U's at around 10 million units sold, and the GameCube was around 22 million. Which is interesting. And that's like in its entire 5-year life cycle, and the Wii U's only at about a 2.5-year life cycle.
Yeah.
Although, and I think if they... Obviously, every time they release a big new title, they sell consoles. I can guarantee you Splatoon sold a shitload of consoles. They had a Splatoon specific version. It was sold out lots of places. They sold it. I'm 100% positive about that. And I think if a new Legend of Zelda main series title came out on Wii U... Yeah, it was right around here.
Yeah.
You're dead right. If that did come out on Wii U, it would sell consoles, but more rumors are suggesting that it's going to skip Wii U entirely and just come out on an X in 2016, unless it does a Twilight Princess type thing and comes out on both.
Yes, I heard that. And I could see that. I don't think I'd be disappointed with that.
You have everything. There's no reason to be here.
Was there the only two things missing on this island?
I thought it was one dude and one heart.
Okay.
I guess I could be wrong, but I was pretty sure that was the case.
Thought I had a few more squids, but I'll check.
No, I'm like nearly positive it was one squid. I thought maybe it was more
Or,
guys.
sorry, I meant more guys. I did
Maybe.
mean that. But we'll find out soon enough.
Where the fuck else have we not gone? I guess shit we couldn't reach before, but usually when there's stuff we couldn't reach, we knew we couldn't reach it.
Yeah.
Unless it's like the really good hidden shit, like that one we accidentally stumbled upon on the zombie island.
Yeah.
That was like a complete fucking wins. But I guess you should be looking at your map too as you run around, because that one, you did get tipped off to that one because of the map.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm missing 2 guys there.
Interesting. Okay, well, fuck around, find them.
Yep.
If you get to a point where you need help, I will pull up a walkthrough.
Yeah.
I don't want to obviously waste a ton of time on this.
Yeah.
Especially since we've specifically been trying to crank out some games because it's new game season and we want to get some new stuff. Like we have Yoshi's Woolly World sitting in the bank right now, or like sitting on the shelf waiting to start playing. We did one episode if you want to go check that out. It's fucking awesome. We will be playing it basically as soon as we finish this, because it's likely the next game we're going to finish.
Yeah.
Although Freedom Planet could be close to at this point. It was interesting. There was early rumors that NX would run Android,
Yeah. I
which a
remember
lot of
hearing that.
people said, well, that kind of solves the third-party developer program, because if you give them access to the Google Play Store, people are going to feel like they have a lot more shit to choose from.
Yeah.
Although I don't consider... I would hesitate to blur the line between home console and Android. I know there's Android set-top boxes. Razer makes one. Tons of people make them. I
Hidden
personally
Room.
think they're fucking stupid. The Android Fire does that too. I don't think people want to play Android games on their TV.
No.
I think they want to play them on their phone or their tablet, because that's the quality of game that they put out.
Android makes games for using the bathroom.
Yes.
Did I actually grab the dark magic from that?
Yes, you
first
did.
one? Okay.
Yeah. But since then, that's been confirmed against, and honestly, I'm kind of happy with that.
Yeah.
As long as that is the case, I don't think that would solve the third-party problem, and I don't think it would help them.
No.
I think just keep your own shit. When you look at something like obviously Android can be updated, but the difference between Xbox One launch UI and current Xbox UI
Yeah.
is astounding.
Yeah.
And even recently, they just did the more like Windows 10 compatible one, and while I'm not really used to it yet, first impression, I kind of like it. So I think they should, and things like the fact that the Wii U can launch the Wii dashboard. That seems like, again, I'm not a developer anymore. That doesn't seem like the type of thing that would be possible running within an Android OS. So
Yeah.
I'm pro run your own fucking shit.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest XI was the first game that's actually confirmed for NX, which is interesting.
Dragon Quest?
Yeah, Dragon Quest XI.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it was actually like a big shock. I forget how or why, but they had a press conference, and someone was like, "Oh, is this coming out for you?" And they're like, "No, it's coming out for NX."
Huh.
And everybody was like, "Oh, well, holy fuck."
Well, I always go with the response of, well, fuck you. I want it now. This isn't too bad. I could use some of the money anyway for a few more upgrades.
Yeah. And I think the most important thing is to be able to run engines everybody else is running, so that your big franchises, whether you fucking like it or not, your COD, your Assassin's Creeds, your yearly franchises, or even shit that's like big multi-console releases.
Yeah.
Evolve was a big Destiny. There's no reason those can't also be on Nintendo if it's capable of running it.
Yeah.
If it's running on the same engine, people are going to and you can sell the copies, the developers are going to port it.
Yeah.
You had enough room there.
Yeah, I don't
you
know
can do
why
it
it
that
didn't
way.
do-
You can do it the other way.
Yeah, no, I don't know why it's not giving it to me there, though.
Weird. No. Should do it. You did that once before and you got a bunch of money, but...
That's actually the whole reason I was doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you only get that once.
Apparently.
Yeah. I would like a new 3D world, please.
Yes. Yes, because that game is fucking amazing.
So yeah, I think,
Okay, this was not technically Den of Evil, right?
Sorry?
This wasn't a Den of Evil here where I am right now, right?
No, that was just the sewers, right? That's where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was just a side quest type thing. Yeah, I think those are the two biggest factors: is price for the technology that they want to be able to do, and the technology that's going to keep them in the market, and just being at least the level of the Xbox One and PS4. That's the most important thing, and even then, hopefully a little bit ahead, because even what people are, if you look at something like the 360 and what the 360 looked like at the end of its life cycle, I bet you can go all the way across.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Look at what the Xbox 360 looks like at the beginning of its life cycle versus the end, and not that the hardware changed that much, but just what it definitely looks like enough room. Unless you're supposed to do it the other way.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be wrong.
Yeah. No, that should work. Yeah, there we go. And again, not that the hardware changed. Oh, wow.
Damn.
The fucking balls on you. I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Please tell me you have to unlock them again.
I might.
GG.
Yeah.
Again, no, holy shit, I'm stuck in a goddamn loop because I keep watching you fuck up.
You make it sound like I was like I fucked up a lot in this. I
No,
really haven't.
No, I meant right now.
Yeah.
You fucked up by going off screen and having to reset this whole thing.
Oh, that was the wrong button.
Not that the hardware changed that much in the 360, I don't think. Between like it did go through several versions. The regular or the original, the arcade, the Elite Black, all that shit.
Yeah.
But what the developers found they were capable of, and I think even what a Xbox One game looks like and feels like now versus what it might look like in 5 years, near the end of its cycle. And I don't think it would hurt them to be a bit ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Although, typically, the Wii, like the original Wii, launched at like $199, like way less than competitors.
Oh, the original Wii?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Wii U even launched about $50 to $100 less than the Gen 8 competitors. The original DS launched for $150 when the PSP was still like $299 or $249.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
they've always... I think it almost goes all the way back to the NES era of how they got into the game of, no, the NES is a toy. And that the more kid-friendly games than that, I think, because there's less of an adult market, it may be harder to sell at a higher price. But I think if they need to do a higher price to get a good thing out, that's what they should do.
Yeah.
And I think people will support them on that.
Well,
Do you remember when the fucking PS3 launched and it was $6.99?
yeah.
That was... Oh, that's outrageous.
Well, but you gotta remember, at the same time, when the you said PS2, right?
No, 3.
Or the 3. So, that's when Blu-ray systems were going for $8,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's true. That was the new Blu-ray technology.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So they were being cheap.
And also, PS3's always been kind of interesting in the fact that, until partway through its life cycle, you could boot a PS3 as a Linux computer.
Oh, they did have that?
Yeah. Large, government bodies would buy hundreds of PS3s and link them together as a Linux network because it was cheaper than buying computers.
Oh.
As a mass processing center.
Yeah, fair enough.
And the fact, we've talked about before, the fact that the hard drive can just be replaced with any 9.5 millimeter, 9.5 centimeter? Yeah. Laptop hard drive is really convenient compared to something like the Xbox 360, where until, 3, 4, 5 years after its launch, it didn't even support USB sticks. And then until recently, and that was only up to 16 gigs. And then until recently, now they finally actually support USB hard drives instead of thumbsticks that can go up to 1 or 2 terabytes. And the only option was their in-house upgradable hard drives, which were ridiculously expensive. PS3 has always been kind of flexible. And yes, so there was some very unique things about the PS3 that drove up the price probably.
Oh, yeah.
But that is a ridiculous launch price, and yet people still bought it.
Yeah.
Are we out of time again?
I think so.
I see you eyeballing the clock.
I can't see it from here.
Shut the fuck up, dude, and just... we cleared this island.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I'll still be ranting next episode. There's a pretty solid chance I will.
We'll find something.
Hey, one down. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will be back with more. See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Saliva Island.